A vacant, dilapidated house near LCA with an asking price of $2.5 million burned to the ground overnight.
The home on Cass was one of the only holdouts as the Ilitches develop what's now known as District Detroit. Let's get to Rod Maloney live in Midtown, and you talked with one of the family members who own that house.
Yeah, we did, and we'll get to that in a second, Devin. Now, this is that house that pretty much everybody in Detroit knows about. And in fact, people have been driving by and even looping around to take video of what is left of this house because it's been one of the most talked about buildings in distant memory. 5 years ago, Local 4 did this story about what you might call Detroit's Up House, as in the movie Up. The Little Caesars Arena developed all around the vintage 1880 4,700 square foot duplex. The buyer refusing to sell for the offered price. Marketed for $5 million, then realtor Darren Johnson said they hoped a buyer would build
a nice 3-story restaurant, social club.
That, of course, didn't happen, and instead, this is what it looked like early this morning. A massive ball of flame and smoldering old wood. Lauren Brash lives in the nearby Eddystone building and shot this video of 2712 Cass Avenue burning. She awoke at 4, saw nothing. 9 minutes later,
I just saw just orange. It was like when that very intense heat, and you could smell the smoke up in my apartment.
She also shot this impressive time-lapse video. Now, this afternoon, we caught up with the owner's grandson, DeJohn McCain, who blames an arsonist.
It looked like somebody blew it up. Like, like a fire. I just couldn't imagine, 2 fire departments being less than 5 minutes away and something burning for hours, next to a multi-million-dollar property.
The rubble now sporting an emergency demolition declaration from the city.
My grandmother, acquired this property a long time ago, and, we've been maintaining it. It was vandalized before.
Now, the city does tell Local 4 that the family did take out permits to put a new roof on the place during the pandemic, but they expired before they could complete that work. And in fact, a new realtor took over in the past 60 days. That $2.5 million selling point is what that realtor put on it. And they've been marketing this as commercial vacant land. And according to the realtor, their expectation was that the new owner would have to tear the building down anyway. And so far, they've had no offers, but they say the land does remain for sale. Back to you.
Rod, when this headline first broke today, eyebrows were arching all over town. What are you hearing from the fire department about a possible cause?
Well, those arched eyebrows will probably stay that way for a while because the fire department is looking into it. They've got the arson squad checking into it. There are video cameras all around the area. If in fact there was a fire bug, they may have video of it, so we'll have to see when that investigation concludes.
We sure will. All right, Rod.